Hi, second graders. It's time for science lesson number 3. And first, I need to tell you the answers for yesterday's science article that was called, "Did you know that aluminum was once more expensive than gold?" The answers are, number 1, why was aluminum once very expensive? The answer is letter D. It was difficult to produce, which means to make. Number 2, what is an ore? The answer is C, a mixture of metal and rock. Number 3, according to the article, why is aluminum alloy valuable for use in airplanes and cars? Answer was C, it is strong but lightweight. And number 4, what is an alloy? Letter A, a mixture of metals. All right, today's article, you're not going to believe this. I didn't believe it when I saw it. It's about how is paper made. A very important item right now these days. How is this made after all? Okay, let's find out. So, the average American uses more than 500 pounds of paper every year. That may sound impossible until you consider all of its uses. We use paper for everything from notebooks and printer paper to books, magazines, newspapers, tissues, box, grocery bags, and much, much more. We need more. Almost all paper is made from trees. A tree is made of thousands of small cells called fibers, which carry nutrients to help it grow. When these fibers are ground up and separated, they can be made into paper. To make paper, trees are first cut and sorted by size. Then they are sent to a paper mill where the bark is removed and the trees are chopped into very small pieces or chips. The chips are then mixed with water and chemicals to make a thick soup called pulp. This separates the parts of the tree that cannot be used for paper. Next, the pulp must be dried to remove all of the water. The pulp is sprayed onto a giant wire screen that rolls by at about up to 45 miles per hour. Wow. The water drips off and then a thick mat of pulp is left on the screen. The mat is pressed between hot rollers until it is dry, and then it is rolled into a big spool where it can be cut and made into paper products. These spools are usually several miles long. Topic again, recycling. Recycling. If every household recycled just half of their paper, it would save millions of trees a year. Today, most trees used for paper are grown on tree farms. When one tree is harvested, another is planted to take its place. Still, recycling paper helps the environment in many ways. Making new paper from recycled scraps uses less energy, less water, and fewer chemicals. It also helps all of that paper out of the landfills. All right, let me get a drink. Tasty. All right, so here's your question for today. There are 4, so you'll need to number your paper to 4. I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, title is, how is paper made? Number 1, how much paper does the average American use each year? A, 500 pieces. B, 500 pounds. C, 45 pounds, or D, several miles worth? Number 2. Which part of a tree is used to make paper? A, fiber, B, the bark, C, pulp, or D, leaves? Number 3. What is pulp? A, very small pieces or chips of wood, B, a wire screen used to dry paper, C, a mixture of wood, water, and chemicals, or D, a kind of soup? Number 4. How does recycling paper help the environment? A, it saves trees, B, it uses less water and energy, C, it keeps paper out of the landfills, or D, all of these above. All right, kids, you know I'll tell you the answer before our next science lesson, and use less of this, and people don't hoard it. Use less of it, okay? Control your spending and your wiping. Oh.